Mod time is here and I have some good news. We finally have a John Deere 9RT. It's only taken a year. It totaled today 35 mods were released. All platforms got 23 new ones and PC Mac players got 2 new and 10 updates. There was also a Volvo pack that released today. However, it has been removed and it was removed before I could even get it downloaded. So won't be showing that today. Check those timestamps, see what you want to see first. Let's jump right in. Starting off, we've got a new map for all platforms. This is Greenwood Forest. This is a forestry map, and it has got a lot of hilly terrain to it. It's also 1.1 gigabytes. It's 1186 megabytes. And other than the amount of trees, I can't figure out why. There's no required mods, so that is very nice. It's using all base game assets or assets of the modder, so that's nice as well. Everything looks great. It's just insane. It took forever to download as well. Here's the PDA if you want to take a look at that. It's pretty simple overall. I mean, there's no extra crop types, nothing like that. You can see we've got little itty bitty fields all over the place kind of thing. So that's, neat. There are 10 purchasable lands, so there is that as well. They are all, at least most of them, tied to a field at some point or another, but it's all kind of wavy and matches with the road, so at least you know where the boundary is without having to come in here and be like, why can't I cut that tree down? It's always a problem with logging maps. You've also got a crop calendar here, which is base game crop calendar. No animals. The contracts are pretty good. Obviously, you've got plenty of wood transport, stone picking, and that kind of thing. So plenty of dead wood too. So that's good. We do have a barrel, bathtub, and bucket productions, but we've also got an old sawmill and a paper factory. By the way, that's the barrel factory that you own, if you didn't know that already. Mostly focused around logging and that type of thing. And then if we take a look at our pieces of equipment that we get, there's actually 2 of those. It wasn't a glitch in the screen. You've got a nice combine harvester. I mean, we've got a great starting setup of equipment for this. So if you like doing logging, this may be a great map to definitely jump in and take a look. Sorry, I was zoomed in on that tree a little bit. Yeah, I mean, pretty simple. It's really nice. I mean, it's a bunch of cool stuff on the map. It's just insanely large. 1.1 gigabytes. For a logging map? Get out of here, man. Well, it's taken a year to get it into the game, but we've got the John Deere Series 9RT from Hispano Modding. Base pricing starts at $387,500. We've got engine horsepowers from 517 all the way up to 628 horsepower. Big boys in here. Power shift transmission, 1,324 liters of fuel. It goes 24 miles an hour. As far as our track setups, you got your standard set on there. We got some weights, we go with a wide, and then we can throw wide weights on there as well, just like we have with normal setups. Front weights, we've got a couple different sets from here as well, all the way up to 1,200 kgs, US and EU version, so everybody gets a bite, left or right, both or none as far as beacons go. Window tinting from 0 to 100 in in sets of 25. Attachers, you got the category sets here, which is interesting, so you could go with nada. You got your 3-point there, or you can go with a little bit wider. Then we've got color options, which is really interesting. I'm not sure many people would go with these, but hey, you've got them if you want them. You go with the engine grid on there, which I think is pretty cool. You also got rear view mirror, you have a fuel tank, starfire, crawlers, and the rim color. So this is kind of neat. We change that up to black. Definitely changes the setup, doesn't it? Can we change those crawlers? Oof, yeah, let's not do that. That's a rough look right there. And as per usual, the only things that we can move with a Hispano Modding mod is going to be the mirrors. Still, it is very nice to have a 9RT in the game. So excited about this. I know a lot of you guys have been looking for it. Well, guess what? It's here. Go give it a download right now and check it out. So happy to see this bad boy in the game. Oh, here's an interesting one. I left the game for a second and came back in, and now my tracks are white. Oh boy. Let's see. Can we customize this? What? Why is my there we go. Customize? Yep. Didn't change it. All right. That's weird. Next up for Black Sheep Modding, we have the Quadro Pro Baler Pack. Now this pack includes 6 different things. We've got 5 balers and we've got 1 pickup. So let's talk about the balers for a second, because kinda we've got 4 right here that are all in the same vein. You've got a Challenger, Fendt New Holland, and a Massey Ferguson. We also have a Kloss version, but it is the newer-ish Quadrant 5300 FC. and then of course that pickup. So all of these balers are going to have the same customization options minus the livery option. So let's talk about those. We got 180 horsepower required on them, starting price of $85,000, but as you see it here, calls 105. It's got a 14-meter working width if you go with the windrows on there, but you don't have to have them if you don't want them, so that is also very nice to see. Wheel brands, you've got a Michelin Chadlington BKT. As far as your additional lighting, you've got those, just add some extra lights around. Beacon options, you've got those, all of the beacons. Warning triangle around towards the back. Trailer hitch, which if you want to use the baler pickup, you will need that. Square barrel twine, that's pretty normal. Silage additive, same thing, pretty normal. And then you've got colors. With this being a Challenger, all of the colors are Challenger sets. And then as we mentioned, with that Pro baler, you'll be able to windrow everything together. Now that's exactly the same for all of these. But if we take a look at the Fendt, for example, our main color setup changes. We're able to change stuff up, even go with that petrol blue on there. Maybe a black wheel. Yeah, I like that. Jumping over to the New Holland, which we showed off at the very beginning. This one, again, a little bit different. I think I showed it with the New Holland red, but you can change it up. I mean, we've even got New Holland blue, so if you really wanted to have a blue baler, hey, rock and roll with it. It looks good. And then lastly, the Massey Ferguson one right here. This one's got, well, some pretty standard Massey Ferguson colors, which is nice to see. And then rim colors as well. When it comes to the cloths, this is a completely different model, but everything works kind of the same. Your customization options are kind of the same as well. And then your color options, well, we get some more cloths oriented colors here, like communal sets, for example. Looks like a weird baler, but it is what it is. And also this one, though it may look like the pickup is longer, it's just because it's mounted a little bit differently to the baler. This one still 14-meter working width. Lastly, if you want to stack them up, go with this guy, the Quadro Pro Baler 4. Yeah, 4. So this will stack up 4 bales, whether you're doing 180, 220, or 240 centimeter square bales. With this one, we do have a couple different wheel brands as well, which is Trelleborg and Michelin BKT. We also have the design. You could change this up to match branding, which is cool. Beacons are the same as the balers. Warning triangle on the back, same as the balers. There it is, right there. And then colors, all of these match the balers as well. So all the colors that are available for all the balers, we have them all in here, which is very cool. Now I'll show you how to hook all this stuff together. We're going to be using the Challenger MT900 here, another Hispano modding mod. So first things first, we'll grab our baler. I've got the trailer hitch on the back of it, so make sure you got that, otherwise this ain't gonna work together. Now you don't need it, but it is very, very cool. We'll hook up to that, and we're ready to go. Get everybody unfolded, and once you've got that, then all we need to do from there is pick up some straw, grass, whatever you got. I don't have any of it around here. Now think of this pickup in the very back like a bale auto loader. So we will still need to turn it on, put it into operating mode, and let's say we've got a bale right here. I'm gonna kick that back, and it grabs a hold of it, just like so. And we do it again, and again, and again, and one more time. Pretend that I went through and picked all that up. All right, so now we've got that. I would definitely recommend to slow it down a little bit. Just click unload the bales, and it will take them and drop them off. And now you're ready to go back again. Click it into transporting mode. We're good. Actually, we don't need to click it in transporting mode. It's already there. I've tried doing this very fast, and you don't do that. The bales fall. So this was also pretty cool as far as the baler goes. So with the baler, we could do a couple different things here. So we do have lower, which doesn't really move much. You see that? Just lowers it down. So you don't have to use the windrow if you don't want to. And then we can manually bring these down. See, I got full control over this right now. Bring those down. Boom. Now it works with them. And when we turn everything on, it's good. We can bring these up. You see, at one point, they turn on and off, just like so. So you don't have to use them if you don't want them. And you don't even have to have them installed if you don't want to. It's just a baler with a windrow and then a stacker on the back. And you can use them however you want. Can you use the stacker without a baler? Maybe. I wouldn't recommend it. These are meant to be used together. We got another baler for you, the Massey Ferguson 2370 UHT Ultra Baler from Mac Trucker 921. This is special because it will make 2X, 4X, 6, and 9X capacity bales. So you will be able to take those And with their drop deck trailer 53-foot auto load and the Lizard combo trailer, you'll be able to auto load those crazy size bales as well. They look the same. They're just bigger inside. 275 horsepower is required for this, $175,000 for it, 18 mile per hour max speed. And of course, we talked about all the bales that it will make, which is cool. Wheels from Trelleborg, Michelin, BKT, and Vredestein, brands Massey and Fendt. And we could change up the colors for those as well. Working with, we have standard, and then you could do an unrealistic 4 meter, 6 meter, and 8 meter working with. So this will pick up 8 meters, so like 4 to the left, 4 to the right. That's nice, without having to use the windrow. It's pretty cool. Just for reference, the Quadro Pro baler does 14 meters visibly. As far as the square bale twine, you can add those if you need it. Silage tank, of course. And then we've got chassis color, main, silage additive tank color, and rim color. Probably the one that you're going to be... Yup. Green 2, baby! Yeah! Nah, for real though, let's see. Where's Fendt? I never remember where Fendt is. Am I blind? Oh, well, there it is. Yeah, there you go. Fendt. Boom. Now it's a Fendt. Rim colors, though. Yeah, there we go. As far as selecting the bale capacity, you change that just like you would anything else. Next, the Horsch Titan 34 UW. And yes, we did get one of these yesterday. Differences between the two. So the one yesterday only had wheels and colors, whereas this one has wheels and colors, but twice as many colors, and we also have a kilometer per hour sticker on the back. So we can add that on the very bottom, 40 or 25 kilometers per hour. As far as our wheels, these are pretty much the same per usual, and then we've got all of our colors. So we have the main, cover, rim, and rim. So what's the difference between this rim and that rim? Well, it's the hub. The other one didn't change the hubs. This one does. That's great. I love it. Awesome. Regardless, we got a $67,000 price tag on here. 34,000 liter capacity, 8.2 tons, 280 horsepower is recommended, just like the other one. Next is our Lizard seed hopper. At the end of the day, this is technically just a trailer or bogger wagon, I guess, if you want to call it like that, because we have an opening at the very bottom. Capacities of 2,000 or 2,500 liters, and we've got a little chute extension at the bottom. This is the Lizard version of their Royer seed hopper. So if you're on PC, well, you already have this. If you're on console, now you got it. We have a crossplay version. Next on the list, we have the Lizard cutting cart. This costs $5,500, and we are able to throw on a couple different convoy stickers on the very back. We have a main color setup, and we've got a rim color setup as well. The cutter bar length for on it is going to be 13.7 meters, and those words in that order probably didn't make sense. You could put 13.7 meter headers on here. Yeah. Moving on, the SilageWeight 2,000 kg. For $1,850, this can be yours, assuming that you don't add any extra customizations like a rope or working lights on there. And heaven forbid, you change up the color, because that's going to cost you some money as well. I imagine most people go with the jet black or black. That's an extra $250. If branded weights are more your thing, maybe you want to go with the Fendt Weight 1250 2500 kg. As the name suggests, this is a pack. We've got the smaller one right here, which comes, of course, with our, what do you call that, a rope? Tow rope? I don't know. You got your main color of the weight itself, and then you've got the design color, which is going to be the color of the rope itself. And then we have the exact same thing set up here for the 2500, except we can add the rope on there, which is neat. Unfortunately, the rope is not usable. And our last mod before we get into placeables is the traffic safety trailer. This costs you $6,500, and we have multiple different traffic patterns that we can run with this. However, to do that, we'll have to jump into the game. Alrighty, so with this one, we've got basically two things that we could do. I kind of thought we could do more, but guess not. So what we could do is we've got the blinky blinkies on here, and we can either change it to go with a left arrow, the stop, and then we could change the traffic direction with another button, and now we can do the right arrow. And that appears to be the only thing that we can do with it. It also said optionally transport boxes of the trailer can be opened manually. But the only way I see is with interactive controls. I don't know if they are supposed to be done with IC or not, or if it's supposed to be done with something else. Interactive controls is something that I've been leaving on for mod previews these days. That's the only thing that I see, and we've got some buttons down here as well. So I think we could probably change the traffic direction with those. We can. That's pretty neat. And then we fold it down, I guess, as well. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty darn cool. But I don't know if that's something that we could do without having to use interactive control, which again is something that's only available on PC. Maybe we can get that built into the game. That'd be pretty cool to have on console. Now we're into placeables. We got the small Barndominium from ICAS. We already showed this off in a mod preview, so definitely go check that out if you haven't seen it already. We do have a pretty sweet garage. We've got a couple bedrooms, bathroom, and a wide open area inside. Now, lighting, let's see. That one's going to be for the garage, I think. I got to turn on my help window just so I can see. Oh, fan. Oh, that fan. Well, that wasn't there before, was it? That's pretty cool. Let's see. Let's turn the lights on. There we go. So our lights for everything's going to be around towards the back side. The front door right here, the first door is going to be your master. So that's where you got your sleepy time trigger and your trigger to change clothes. We've got a nice bathroom. Very cool. And then we've got another one right here. Is it just me or are those doors flashing? Those doors are definitely flashing. Wonder what's going on with that. We've got a door to the back. If we can get it open, there we go. This goes around here. We do have automatic lights on the outside at night. So all the sconces and all of the lights above, that all works at night. However, inside, you will have to turn these on and off. Then we go back here and we've got the garage, which is cool. We'll cut on these lights as well. And we've got that pretty cool light pattern at the top. And then a garage door here. These are a little bit shorter than we're used to seeing from ICA, so be aware. I mean, it is a house garage at the end of the day, so that's pretty neat. It's going to cost you $100,000, and we can change a few things up. So you've either got metal paneling or wood paneling, and then we can also change up the color of it as well. Boom. Another one from ICAS, and Patty as well. Actually, Patty's the #1 credit on this one. The shed with double slides. Goodness gracious. Getting bad at this today. Working. So with this one, we've got some very, very big, bright lights around towards the inside. And around towards the outside, well, it's a pretty basic shed at the end of the day. It's just extremely large. But that's pretty cool. I dig that. After that, we have some colors that we could change up as well. Cost you $40,000 by itself. Go ahead there to colors. And what are we changing? Oh, are we changing the roof color? I thought it was going to be the sides. Change it up to green. Yeah, it is the roof, which looks weird with the red doors. Yeah, maybe it's just me. Moving on. Or I should have said moving on. Terrible joke, but I like it. Brazilian Cow Corral. Tried to do my best to put animals here, and well, it is definitely a cow corral. They are corralled around it. There is a fencing setup that you can add. I decided not to, just to see what would happen, and they're just kind of hanging out. Of course, there is a mesh around where they're not going to go outside of it, and that's why you should probably put down a fence. Again, I did not. As far as everything goes, we can hold 85 animals in its current configuration. We've got 59,000 for food, 60 for milk, 38 for straw, and 100,000 for slurry. There you go. Ba-boom, ba-boom. Oh, and it costs you $82,000. Next up, we got a small Pigsty. This one will cost you $8,000. Actually, pretty cheap. However, it only holds 30 pigs, and there's no way to change that up in any way, shape, or form. As far as everything goes, $8,000 for food, $51,000 for slurry, and $15,000 for straw. Sorry, did I say $8,000? No, this is $35,000. This right here is $8,000. We have a 20,000 liter manure heap that goes along with it. So that is pretty cool. Let's open this up and see what we got in here. A little bit of a shed area. Got some light in there. It's pretty cool. Otherwise, yeah, what you see is what you get. Next up, the Irish grain shed. $100,000 on this one. The storage will hold $800,000. Yes, there is storage inside, which is very cool. Normally with a shed like this, it's just open. This one, not so much. So this is where you get everything out, and this is where you dump it in. I like this because I've wanted to use a shed like this for like this kind of thing, you know, watching Clark's Farm and that type of thing. They put everything in buildings like this, or at least most things in buildings like this. They kind of dump it. And this allows you to do that, but still not have to use a bucket to get it out. And I like that. I like that a lot. Next up, we got the Sawmill Pack. Just kidding. It's a lot bigger than just a couple pieces of logs. There are two things in here that I want to talk about because I find it fishy and a little suspicious, but we'll go from there. Really, this pack is a big old placeable pack. Some of the stuff doesn't do anything. Some of it does, but you have to make it do those things, and some of it's cool. So we'll show off the production first. So in here, take a look at our production. We've got the Sawmill. Pretty standard stuff here. We're not doing anything crazy. We're not changing the game. It's just adding stuff, and I'll be honest with you, it's pretty low. You see all this? 110,000 liters of wood in that building. To be fair, I think that's the same building we've had for a while now. We also have 2 wood storages as well, which may be saying, hey, DJ, don't we already have those? We do. This modder released them as separate mods and then put them in this pack as well. Shouldn't be allowed, but that's my opinion, and that's why I don't work at Giants. This is a wood chip place. So if we pop down to the ground and we come over here, you can see we got wood chips. So we can get them, take them, whatevs, you good. And then we got this right here, which is a humongo sell point. Pretty cool though. And then everything else is decoration. So one of each of these, you could build your own place to hold the logs, or you could place 2 of these down. They're different sizes. They're huge. I think these would be great for like off-road stuff. You could drive up both of them. That's kind of nice. However, they're just big old piles of logs at the end of the day. Next up, we have the Seed Production Factory. This is from Mac Trucker 921, and it kind of reminds me of that auger that you add seed treating liquid to, and then it turns grains into seeds. This reminds me of that because that's pretty much what this does. Ooh, don't toe there. Got to be careful. Now, let's talk about it. Let's jump in and take a look. So we can make it from barley. We also have barley rush, which is just rushing it along basically. So it kind of pumps it through. You can see cycles per month, 720. This one, 3,600. However, also cost per month is much higher as well. You do the same thing for corn, oats, and wheat, and you will need a seed treating liquid, as I mentioned. Now, seed treating liquid is part of the base game. You could buy it here for free. However, if you didn't want to do that, you could go into the Seed Production Factory here, and you can buy it for $4,500 for 3,000 liters. I would say probably get it for free, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. Nonetheless, this adds everything that you need, and you are able to transport the seed treating liquid a little bit more at a time, considering the fact that, how much does it give you here? 280 liters. It's going to take you a while. It's going to take you a good little while. But this is very cool. And then, of course, output is seeds. So if you need a lot of seeds, rock and roll. Got more for you. We got the drink production. The drink production allows you to make oat drink, soy drink, chocolate oat drink, and chocolate soy drink. As you can see, we've got places around all sides of it to do stuff. Can we go inside? No, we cannot, but we can find this out. So we've got our drink mixes right here. We'll just kind of take a look at the oat drink where we have oat and water, and then you get out oat drink. Soy is going to be just about the same thing. And with the chocolate, we just add a little bit of chocolate to those recipes. The next one is the British Constructible House. And if you're wondering what happened, I haven't constructed it. I haven't done that yet. Check this out right here. So this is what we've got. This is our setup. It is a shed at the end of the day, and this is what it looks like around towards the inside. I won't be building this because it's going to take a while, but at least you could see what it's supposed to look like on the inside. But it is very neat. And then we've got the inputs right here. And if you stand over it, there we go, you can see what it's needing. So we need wood beams, planks long, and planks. And you put those down, and then you wait for the next thing. So there is that. There's also a really easy way to do this as well. So get Joost Manning's Farm Pallet Shop, and then put it in free build and place that over the top. And then, let's see, we need a wood beam. 1,000 liters of it. So now you can go in here and find your wood beam. There we go. Buy that for $0 because I definitely used the free version. And then now it's building with it. And we need like a planks long and planks. You could do the same thing. Again, you've got versions that you can get it for free or build it. I think this is a mod that some people forget about a lot. And with building projects, this is the only mod that I use. I'm not going to go get stuff. I don't know if you're curious. This is it. So going into this, the F5 menu, you can actually see like just how big this is. It's a pretty big place. I also appreciate that we can build this. So I think if you're playing on a UK map or something and you want to put down a building, build it yourself. This is so cool. And can you delete it ahead of time? Well, I'm clicking on everything, but nothing's deleting. So maybe, maybe not. I'm not actually sure. Oh, well, I clicked everywhere and it's letting me delete that. What about Yosa's mod? Do I have to get way, way down? Some of these mods you have to get way, way down. Oh, there we go. Just zoom in and out and click your heart away. If not building is more your style, well, you may be able to be interested in this. Be able to be interested in this, you know what I mean. Shed 20 by 6. It is open on one end and not on the other. pretty basic, pretty standard. But this is also nice as well. It's fairly cheap, 15 grand for this one. And we've got multiple different color options for it, so you can choose different things. So construction, so you can either go with like the gray. On the inside, you can run red. That's pretty cool, I think. We have the light and dark gray. It's almost black. And then we have the full colors of the rainbow for the shed itself. So, you know, if you ran this in like the red right here with black on the outside. Oh, I clicked out of it. Well, that would look pretty cool, wouldn't it? 3 more to go. We've got a fence pack, and it is a fence pack. Basically, this pack has got a regular metal fencing in either red, green, or see-through. And the bottom is either got a little bit of grass on it or no grass. And every other one is different. We also have 2 different types of gates for each one of these. We'll just show this one, for example. As you can see right here, a little bit smaller gate and a little bit of a larger gate. Not really U.S. styling on here, but you know what? Not too shabby. If this is what you're looking for, go for it. Maybe this is more what you're looking for. The Brazilian fences. So this includes 5 fence models and 4 gates. So we just kind of pop through here and take a look. All of the gates and stuff are going to be the same. Let's get out here a little bit more just so you can kind of see what's going on. I hate the way gates work in farm sim, but it is what it is. What are you going to do? So you've got your regular fence. You've got the gate set up, which I have to bring all the way down here for some stupid reason. Then we got another one that's just wide open, which is always nice. One that I couldn't get to show for some reason is this first one, the Brazilian Cow Corral. I don't know why, but yeah, I don't want to deal with that. Anyway, we get one that's like regular wire. We got one that's regular wire with 2 smaller studs in between. We got a more newer fence, a little bit of an older fence, and then this style, which is my favorite. And our last new one for all platforms is the wood decoration set. These found in decorations, nice and easy, and each one of these pieces is completely different. This one's actually very smooth. I don't think the collisions are where they're supposed to be on that, but it makes it really nice and simple. Huge wood pile there, a little bit smaller wood piles all throughout. So if you're wanting to make your maps look a little bit more lively, maybe you got a logging map, you can add some of these to the outside, and then over time, you can delete them if you wanted to. Make them disappear. Now jumping over to new ones for PC and Mac players. Got 2 of them. The first one is a map. It is called Chadlington, and for copyright reasons, this is called the Cute Farm Shop. Yep, I can imagine, or you can imagine what this is supposed to be. This is the farm shop. Diddly squat farm. Chadlington is the tiny little town right to the south of it. So if you actually look up Chadlington on a map, so Chadlington kind of takes up like this area right here, and then you take the road way, way up, and the farm shop is right there. When I saw this, I immediately knew where everything was. I've actually been there before. It's been a couple of years, but I've been there. I think it's, goodness, going on 3 years now? 2 years since I've been there? Oof, I need to go back. Anyway, regardless, all the way around, we've got things that have been placed down kind of where they're supposed to be. Some liberties have been taken as far as buildings go or farms, things like that. So this allows you to kind of spread out a little bit, honestly. Not as many trees as I think there are in real life, but it is Farming Simulator at the end of the day. And also, this is a 4X map. It's a big one, dude. We barely moved. Let's see. Let's go this way. That way you can actually see the little village of Chadlington. Town, village, Not quite sure. Nonetheless, it follows the rough, similar guidelines here as to the real-life one, which, again, very, very neat. It's cool to see that. And it's cool to see it on a 4X scale as well, because this area is absolutely massive. If you've ever been out there, it is huge. Also, the hill going up, it doesn't seem like this is as undulating as it is in real life. From this area down here, which is one of the main roads coming in, it's actually the bottom of the map right here, it is a humongous increase in height up. But with this one, not so much. Yeah, nonetheless, I mean, it's a big old map with a bunch of fields and a bunch of stuff. So there's that. As far as everything goes here, no new crop types, so there's nothing crazy to talk about there. Farmlands that we own is actually a decent chunk of them, and we own the cute farm shop as well. So we own all of these areas around in here, including that farm that we showed you guys that was kind of, out and around, did his thing, again, took some liberties of stuff. Pretty standard crop calendar, all things considered. I think, is barley a little different? I'm not sure. Kind of looks the same. We have a forestry pigsty. Oh, yeah. We have the forestry chicken coop. And then we've got a cattle barn with permanent pasture. So that is our thing there. Nice contracts. Looking good. Pretty expensive contracts as well. But that is what you get on a 4X map. Looks like we're getting some chili peppers. Those are first on the list, but still very cool there. And then tons and tons of stuff through here. So if you wanted to role play like you're on Clarkson's farm, you can do that without any issues. Jumping over here into our vehicles that we get. Oh, I hit the wrong button. We're back. So in here, we've got a lot of similar equipment, I think, that you would expect to see on his farm. Of course, we've got the JCB telehandler. You've got a Fendt tractor there and a Deutz-Fahr, which is actually a Lamborghini in real life. But nonetheless, very neat, very cool. It is not a one-to-one. It is not a, absolutely perfectly modeled and perfectly scaled thing. But you know what? It's cool. And I'm cool with that. Oh, and no required mods, which makes it even better. And your only other new one for PC and Mac players today is so confusing. It's a 3-meter cultivator that says it's lizard, but it's actually a Rao or a Landsberg. Either one. And in between is lizard again. You can change up a couple of the rollers, but I mean, it's a 3-meter cultivator with 100 horsepower. Come on, man. Lastly, today we have updates for PC and Mac players. Again, no updates for crossplay today. First one is the Brimont PPB12-20D version 1002 decal fixed. Next up, the Meiller trailer pack version 1002. Brands now appears with the selection, removed unnecessary collisions on the overloading auger, and added working lights to the overloading auger. Potato washing system. They've adjusted the selling price, revised the ratio of sorted and washed potatoes, and added entry and shovels. Info display extension 121. Fix for fruits such as grass so that growth is displayed correctly, and translations by the community. Dashboard live. The fill level of overload target has been added. Vehicles must be prepared for Dashboard Live in advance in order to be used with the functions and displays. Not part of the update, just some notes. Enhanced Animal System version 1.1. Support for Highland cattle. The disappearance of animals due to poor health or old age can now be disabled in the settings. Location curve for goats has been added, and overriding animal characteristics via animal.xml is possible. Very excited for that Highland cattle part, since they're not out yet. We still got another 2 weeks. Additional contracts got updated, although there's that other screenshot. Version 1002, they've got a fix for roller contracts, start event on off and multiplayer, and a fix for a change settings event.lua 48, attempt to index nil with get type to string multiplayer. Vehicle Inspector 1005, fix for auto light manual engine start and adjustments for precision farming DLC patch 11301, fix overlap with F1 menu. Headland Management 3002, availability in mission vehicles after loading the game, and Cultivator Settings 201, taking different soil types into account with precision farming. And there it is. That is everything I've got for you for today. I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me and watch till the end. I hope you enjoyed the video as well. If you did, drop a like on it. That way I know that you enjoyed it and I can do more stuff like this for you guys. I always post videos anytime mods are released. That way you can at least get an idea of what's going on. Maybe you're at work, maybe you're at school, and you're not able to jump on and and see what you want to see and jumping into the game real quick, well, that's why I do these videos for you, so you can check them out before jumping into your own game. Nonetheless, just hope you have an awesome day. Enjoy playing with the mods. We'll see you in the next one.